We're back with another episode of Ask the Edmonds Cop and Traffic Part 4. I can't remember what 4 is in French.
Four traffic questions in a row. I know.
Anyway, but this is an interesting topic because we did a segment on when you can turn right on Dayton Street headed east from the ferry, with ferry traffic next to you. If you're just minding your own business and you just want to turn right at Dayton Street off of Highway 104, how do you do that? When can you do that? We answered this like 2 or 3 years ago, but apparently we didn't answer it as comprehensively as some people thought we should because we've had more questions.
Yeah, that's fine.
And because I am confused now by all the questions, I'm turning this one over to Sergeant Hawley and letting him clarify when you can do it and what the rules are, and hopefully we will get it all figured out. So take it away.
All right, this is a lot of pressure.
I know.
Okay. All right. So we're talking about State Route 104, Edmonds Way, as a lot of people call it, right when you get to Dayton Street. And this is the ferry toll booth, basically. Okay. So I got some pictures, courtesy of our friends at Google Earth. And these are street pictures, taken from the little car with the bubble camera on top. So we can see in the first picture we have a truck on the left hand. Well, if you're on day, it would technically be the right hand side, but it'll be left if you're looking at this picture because I turned the camera angle so we're like staring at the intersection.
Got it.
Okay. So where the truck is, that is technically the ferry holding lane. All right. So that is not normally a lane of travel. It's just a place for the ferry traffic to park on days that things get busy.
Right.
So that way we don't snarl up SR 104. Okay. Right next to it, there's a van. Okay. That's basically would normally be the right-hand lane. Okay. If the ferry traffic, the ferry holding lane's not in use. Right. And then the lane next to it, I believe, is empty in the picture. And that's the lane that basically lets you travel northbound or turn left and head onto Dayton like you're heading towards the water. Okay. So the ferry holding lane is open during peak hours. You see it open a lot during the summer and holidays when people are really using the boat quite a bit. Okay. And if you've ever been down there, you'll know traffic. I mean, it will back all the way up to Westgate.
Yes,
so there's that.
Yeah.
There's a holding lane pretty much the whole way up, just to keep them, try and keep the roadway open. Sometimes it doesn't even work.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much traffic.
It can be a mess, for sure.
Okay, so the middle lane where that van is, that's where you're going to make your right turn from. And we got another graphic. If you're in that lane and you stare at the light post right in the middle of it, you'll see the black sign. And that is a light-up sign, and the ferry system can control that. And if they have that holding lane going, when they're going to let traffic out of that lane and into the ferry toll booths, they'll activate that sign. And you cannot make a right turn from that middle lane, technically, into onto Dayton Street. Okay. And I kind of have an overhead graphic that shows you what turn we're talking about. And the overhead looks like there was a motorhome there, so that's when you see the arrow. So that's the turn that we're talking about. So it's only during certain times. You should only be in that far right ferry holding lane if you're in line for the ferry.
Right.
Otherwise, you're going to be in that middle lane. Okay, right now there's a curb there, and that's where you would get into the toll booth. That's where you normally make your right-hand turns from, unless that sign is lit.
Okay.
I hope that explains all of it.
I think so.
With graphics and everything, I'm hoping that kind of explains it. So that's kind of it in a nutshell.
Well, let us know how we did, folks. If for some reason you still have a question, we'll do our best another time. But thank you for explaining that.
No problem.
Okay. We'll see you again soon with another episode of Ask the Edmonds Cop.